The Breakthrough Symphony Prize's defining moment came in 1933, when her Symphony No. 1 in E minor was performed by the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, making her the first African-American woman to have a symphony performed by a major American orchestra. This historic event was not just a triumph for Price, it was a pivotal moment for African-American composers in classical music. Her symphony combined the emotional depth of African-American spirituals with the complexity of European classical forms, creating a powerful, evocative piece that resonated with audiences in ways that were both deeply personal and universally impactful. Legacy of innovation and inspiration. Throughout her career, Price composed a wealth of music, including symphonies, chamber works, choral pieces, and piano solos. But her legacy extends far beyond her compositions. Florence Price's courage in pursuing a career in classical music, despite the racial and gender barriers of her time, paved the way for future generations of African-American musicians. Her music continues to be celebrated for its vibrant expression of African-American identity and its ability to bridge cultural and musical divides. Florence Price's contributions remind us of the power of music to challenge, inspire, and unite. As we continue to explore the stories of master composers, we see that Florence Price's legacy is not just in her symphonies and compositions, but in the doors she opened for others to follow. The life and legacy of Erik Satie. Welcome to the next chapter in our journey through the lives of master composers, where we explore the unconventional and visionary work of Erik Satie. Known for his eccentric style and minimalist compositions, Satie's music stands as a precursor to the avant-garde movements of the 20th century, influencing countless composers and artists along the way. Born on May 17, 1866, in Honfleur, France, Satie's early life was marked by an idiosyncratic approach to both his music and his personality. His unconventional nature, blending wit, humor, and a deep sense of introspection, shaped his compositions, which were often as much about mood and atmosphere as they were about structure and form. Breaking the mold, a minimalist pioneer, Satie was not interested in conforming to the established norms of his time. His music was deliberately simple, stripped down to its essence, often avoiding complex harmonies or virtuosic displays. This minimalist approach to composition would later influence key figures in the development of modern music, including composers like John Cage and Philip Glass. His works, such as Gymnopédie and Gnossienne, are marked by repetitive, meditative patterns and an almost hypnotic simplicity. These pieces, with their sparse harmonies and gently shifting melodies, evoke a sense of calm and introspection, drawing listeners into a contemplative space. Gymnopédie No. 1, perhaps his most famous piece, with its delicate, flowing piano lines and dreamlike atmosphere, became an early example of his ability to evoke profound emotion with very few musical elements. The piece's slow tempo and quiet, contemplative mood were revolutionary for its time, breaking away from the lush, complex music of the Romantic era. An eccentric personality and artistic vision, Satie's eccentricity extended beyond his music. He was known for his quirky personality, his unconventional dress, and his often humorous approach to both life and art. His frequent use of titles like furniture music for works that were intended to be background music, or his self-deprecating humor in his musical scores, marked him as a true individualist. Satie's avant-garde spirit was not only reflected in his music, but in his entire approach to the art of composition. His unique perspective was also expressed in his writings and his involvement with artistic